morning, or actually good noon to you all. Today we're going to do a live chair yoga. This can be done at your office, chair space. This can be done at home. Anybody who just needs to take a break, this will be the video. It should take about 20 minutes. I might push it to 30. We'll see. If anybody out there can tell me if you can hear me okay, I'm going to move my chair back a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit about how to prop to be at your desk. So we're not going to lean back. We're not relaxed. We want to have some purpose to just revitalizing our body. So if you've been seated this morning, watching TV, hopefully not, or at the desk, there are lots of things that repetitive or stillness will do to our body. So this is why I'm doing this type of video. So I'm going to scoot my chair back and we're going to get started. So hang on. Okay, this is my office chair today, and welcome to my morning coffee nook. This is my little sanctuary at home. I didn't know it was going to be my yoga sanctuary, but today it is. I'm going to move back just a smidge more. Okay, so you want to find a good firm chair, no wheels, no swerving. If you stand at work, and good for you. Okay, so I have blocks. I didn't mean to be color coordinated. I just want to stand out, so I didn't blend into I didn't want to be camouflaged into my space. So this chair is a little high for me because I want to have my hips and knees in alignment. So being vertically challenged, that's often one of my go-tos. I have unhappy hips. So as I line my blocks up, I'm going to take my shoes off. So if you have the luxury of kicking those shoes off, do so. Okay, I still need to go back just a smidge more. Okay. When you sit in the chair to do your chair yoga, even at the office, you will be standing up, so give yourself room. All right, I want to be at the front edge of my chair. I want to have room to find space. That if you ever had a choir class, what do they want you to do? They want you to sit up tall so you can get into the diaphragm. You want to feel that breath. You need to take a deep breath. All right, so I'm going to shift where I'm at. Knees, hips, shoulder or overall alignment. I mean, this is squared perfectly for me. All right, so I want you to get settled in. So if you need a prop, you need a little bit of space, grab that chair, get yourself ready. I'm going to shift my body this way just a bit. All right, so I always start off with the neck. The neck is the most overlooked area in most fitness realms. And if you've ever done core work and you're not supporting your neck, how many of you out there go, oh my God, all of a sudden this weighs 20 pounds. If you learn how to hold your neck in its strongest positions, it's going to be healthy for you. So always think of it, there's a macrame of muscles and ligaments that hold those bitty vertebrae that hold your, 8 pounds, 9 pounds, maybe more. So they need to work together to support your neck. Same thing goes to your hips. I'm a big advocate for all those lunges that we do in yoga. This is the center. So if those legs have beautiful long strides, that's a bit to ask to hold that center of the body. So it starts from the base of the hips all the way up the spine to wherever you're at. All right, so let's get started. Let's take some breath. Bring in that tall posture, shoulders away from the ears, and we're going to reach out and up. Take that breath in through the nostrils, out the nostrils. Make some sound. Nobody can hear you. 2 more. Last one. Make that exhale for as long as you can. Let those hands float you right out of the shoulder socket. Go ahead and find your hands on your knees. From here, we're going to go right into the neck. So we're going to look over our shoulder, and you're going to find a spot where you just stop. With that stopping, you can feel the contraction in the neck hold you. On that exhale, bring it to center. Take that breath in. Exhale to the other side. Feel the squeeze. You are not looking to find a crick crack. It's just the muscles and ligaments working together. A couple more times. Shift with your breath. Bring that nose to center. This is chin lock. So if you don't do my yoga class or at Tula for that matter, we practice a posture, trying to reconnect. Okay, here we are again. I'm going to tip to the side. My ear is pulling or pushing this side to the other side. Maybe I've got some room today. I'm going to move my shoulder away from the ear. If you're in that chair and you're familiar with this pose, grab a hold of part of the chair and take that breath in, exhale, and you can find even more room. This would be really important if you were here all day. All right, now letting go, keeping this side stretch, let's shift to our hand. I'm going to reach through the heel of my hand and then through the fingertips. Through the heel of my hand and my fingertips. Go ahead, bring yourself back to square. Sitting up nice and tall, take that breath and ear to the shoulder. This side's tighter for me. I don't know. That's yoga. You never know what's going to happen. Now I'm going to take that breath and I'm just going to reach right down. If I were standing, my side seams. I'm going to grab a hold of the chair and I'm going to find a little tension. I'm not trying to lean into it. I'm waking this body up. Back to that. Reach to the heel of the hand and then the fingertips straight down toward the floor. The heel of the hand and through the fingertips. All right, bring your hand to your knee. Now with your breath, gently roll just forward over the center line and to the side. This might make noise. You can hear the ligaments rubbing against each other. It's kind of creepy. Somebody called it Rice Krispies. I'm like, okay, that's okay. It does. It's gentle. Everybody's motion may be different because of neck injuries and not good neck health. So let's go ahead and bring it back to center. All right. The next most important space would be where that neck attaches to the shoulders. So we're going to go ahead and take that breath up. And then I'm going to set my arms. I'm going to shift to the side. For me, as I sit in my tall posture, I want to make sure that I'm not overextended. I don't want you to see this. Your arms are about even with the side of your head. So I have to peek around my armpit. All right, so from here, I'm going to turn my hands away and I'm going to reach through my chest. Now, finding a nice lift. Hands will fall somewhere back here. You can even grab a hold of the chair gently. I like to have fingertips touch, thumb down, take the breath to open the chest. Hands float. Here we go. All right. Take the hands right back down to your thighs. You can do the remainder of this in your seated mountain. Maybe it's time to stand up. So if you're at your desk, push that chair back, find yourself in mountain. So I'm going to turn around. I'm going to face you. So mountain, just like I was seated. Ankles are down. I'm going to move the chair. Ankles, knees, and hip bones. My hip bones, not my womanly curve. Right down the leg bone. If you are too close or too wide, you're going to have some discomfort in those hips. So this is mountain. Everybody can stand in mountain with great strength. It is what it is. Shifting the shoulders down and away. My fingers run right along my side seams. I feel my feet rooted into the ground. I've got my 3 points. I actually have very narrow foot. I have 2 points. Sinking into the floor. I want to push my feet wide. So I want to feel when I push to find that stance. Take my, shift to my hips forward. lifting up that mula bandha. If you're aware of it, that would be your Kegel or your uterine floor. Imagine what that is. And if you're a gentleman, it's the same sensation as if you put your toe in cold water. There, that's a mula bandha. All right, so from here in my mountain, I'm going to take a side stretch. And if I'm seated, I'm going to have my hand hanging on to the side of the chair. There we go. Reaching up, shifting my weight over the top. I'm not pushing my hip out. I'm guiding this through my fingertips over that center, right where your solar plexus is. And then the other side. Oh, this is, I could do that for a really long time. Reach up, reach down, or hang on. And here it is. You can find palm tree-like stretch, or if you're here and looking past your fingertips, you'll be familiar. Keep hip over that ankle. Bring the hands together over your head. This is that palm tree stretch. It's pretty hard to do in your chair because you'll pop out. All right, so seated cat-cow or standing cat-cow. Sink. Neutral spine. My elbows are right up against my side seams. This is neutral, nose down. I'm going to find the strength around my rib cage. Feel that nice and tight. Do not forget, not here, but tucked, solid base. Push the tail underneath you. Each vertebrae will fall into place. Some have great cat stretches, just like I did 20 years ago. Neutral spine. Cow. Lifting the tailbone. Shoulders are back, opening. We are not dropping. This is contraction through the center. Neutral. Cat. Here we go. Shift. One more. Cow. Neutral. And cat. All right, from here, we are shifting to a chair. Now, if you are in your chair, you're going to just find a hover. All right, so your chair pose, you're going to find the weight, even from the ball of the foot to the heel. Tuck your tail. You can feel both parts of your legs, the tops and the bottom, fire up. Tucking the tail, lifting the belly, hands heart center, maybe out here. If you are at home and you want to amp it up, you want to feel the heat, you're just going to come off the chair. You're going to find where knees, hips are happiest. Find your breath and hold. I'm counting. Making sure knees are over those ankle bones. We're going to sweep up to that extended mountain. Back down to chair. And up we go. One more sweep. Hands back down. All right, we're going to take that chest and open up a little bit more. So here I am, neutral spine. Soften those hips. When we want to bring some motion, we got to have some leverage in those joints. So this is a great way to find a little bit deeper. So from my chair pose, or if I'm in my seated chair, I'm just going to sweep, reach, and hold those fingers toward the floor. Lifting through the chest, chin and lock. Exhale and just release. One more. Reach. Maybe you find fingers. Maybe you can get to those elbows. Maybe you are in prayer hands. Maybe prayer hands up your back. You're going to know where your practice and where your chest opener and shoulders will take you. So go ahead, exhale. Go ahead and swing the arms out. All right, if you are at a desk, hands are pretty important to you. We're going to do a spider push up on a mirror. Fingertips touch at the very top. If you've got long nails, sorry about that. All right, so you have the universe. Pushing through the fingertip, through the hand, cup. Base of the fingers meet, the palms do not, and you're going to push into those points. Curl it back out. And one more time, slowly finding that space in your hand. Trying not to hyperextend those knuckles. Finding where you can get that cupping action and let go. So for your wrists, especially if you have carpal tunnel, I Spy with my little eye. This is my very favorite. So you're going to take that thumb across those fingers, push the fingers into the thumb, and your wrist is neutral. And you're going to push, release, and palm a basketball. Do that again. Find your I Spy or holding pencils to the cup. So it's not necessarily loosening up your wrist this way. There isn't muscles in our hands. Those are mostly ligaments that go up your forearm. This is where that lead up comes to stretch and get into that. Heels down, cupping your hands. And I wish I could, I gotta get my contact lenses out, get an away lens. Hi, Susie. All right, so from here, just wag it out. All right, so now we're gonna get into those hips. If you're in a chair, I'm gonna grab my chair. This is amazing. Anytime you are seated, you're gonna find a high lunge with back bent knee. So, further away. This hip flexor from here to here, connect to here. So if you see somebody who's walking around with their suspenders too tight, they need to do this. So the corner of the chair is right between my legs. I'm going to hang on to both corners. I'm going to press this leg back so that the knee and hip are in alignment. I'm going to use the ball of my foot. So as I push, and this is my owie hip, it's doing pretty darn good. Now, shoulders are over hips. I need my block because I got my challenge here. All right, so you're just going to hold that pressure. It'll open this up. Keeping that knee pointing straight down. Don't let it flare out. Pull it in. Use those glutes. Biggest muscle in your body. Let's use it. Let's make it smaller by using it. Okay, from here, twisting. Cleansing, take that breath in. As you exhale, only thing moving, center of your spine. Use the chair to help guide you. Do not pull. Let your body do the work. Now, if you haven't already, unwind it to center. You can stretch this leg further back. So I'm in my bowing, because here's where that owie is. This is where I'm healing. So I want to find as much lift as I can. And if you have sciatic or that SI joint is inflamed, you might have the same thing here. Work that leg back, stretch the spine, lift the belly. You can feel the IT, I can feel my IT band. Maybe you can't. That's just where my issue lies. All right. So you could maybe take arm up. Maybe both arms up. All right, so from here, release that leg. Here we go. Square it up to your mountain, your seated mountain. If you're standing, you can use the side of your desk. Pigeon, seated pigeon. You can see right here where it's going to be a while for it to find that release. As I turn to the side, sitting up on that edge of the chair again, finding my, some people call this number 4, but it's a seated pigeon. My knee is pressing toward the floor. My ankle is in flex. Shoulders back, sitting up nice and tall. I'm going to find a hinge in my hips as my body clamshells forward. Knee and ankle down below. Straight, everything. There are those that can scoop that leg up, find and cradle the baby. Wherever you're at, go ahead and go what's comfortable for you. All right, go ahead, sit up nice and tall. We're gonna go to the other side. I'm gonna find that supported lunge. I'm not gonna shift my chair. Remember the corner. As I shift, I'm gonna find, oopsie, this leg is stacked. I'm gonna move just a smidge. So here it is. Knee and hip, straight down, shift hip forward, finding that posture. This is stretching. You can feel your knee, healthy knee, back off if it's no pain. There's nothing in this practice should ever hurt except my SI joint. All right, engaging that hip flexor, those glutes to push the pelvic forward. Maybe you want to find the arms up. I don't know. All right, ready? Let's find that rotation. I'm going to shift right over the top of my hips. Nothing moves, just here. Just let the breath expand the rib cage. It's going to find the space to relax the muscles for you. One more breath in. Exhale back to center. Shifting to the high lunge. So if you're standing, all you're going to do is find that straight leg, micro bend to the knee. If you have a foot issue, bunions, maybe you're in a warrior one. All right, here we go. Here's that high lunge. Engaging glutes. Stretch through that thigh. This is pretty solid. I didn't bring my block. All right, so maybe I have that one arm up. Maybe two arms up. Keeping your spine zipped right over the top. A little lift through the chest. You are not looking to find some great big arch. We just want to revitalize for the rest of the day. All right, go ahead. Sinking yourself back down. Release the back leg. And then if you are standing, we're going to take that kickstand, shift into the pigeon. And if you're in the chair, you're going to make your number 4. So here it is. My foot's flexed. I have more range of motion in this leg. I can actually bring it to my chest. I'm not going to. I want to find the tall posture. I am on the front edges of my sits bones, shoulders down and back. Now the hinge. The only thing moving is the hinge in the hip as your torso clamshells forward. If you keep that nose thinking about reaching a little bit further, you're going to feel the glute. This is really a nice IT stretch, but we don't want no butt tension. We want a happy rear end, reaching it through, especially if we're seated. We want balance between the front of our hips and the back. We haven't done one forward fold because it's more about the end of the class where we're going to start to pump up those lungs so you can clear your mind and get on with the rest of the day. Whatever your day holds, I hope you find happiness and clarity. And remember, we'll be here for a little noontime quickie. All right, finishing this up. Exhale, here we go. So again, if you are stuck in the chair for whatever reason, just honor what's going on in your body. You're going to hinge forward and you're going to find your forward fold. You can bring your hands, you can go ahead and rest on your chin wherever your spine allows you. Now, if you can find your mountain, standing in your mountain, and again, it's granite strong. We're going to take that breath, reach up as tall as you can be. Exhale ever so slowly with my hips staying over my ankle bones, softness to my knees. My arms are going to shift, and I'm going to find the descent in my fold. If you are a palm on the floor, and that's okay for you, if not, you grab a water bottle. you grab something for that support because you want to push into it. If it's a bottle, push into it. Elbows go back. Your head hangs. I'm sorry. Mess your hair up. Shake yes and no. All right. From here, we're going to sweep those arms up, reaching nice and tall, back to that extended mountain. Here we go. Swan dive down. One more time. Check into those legs. One more deep breath. Exhale. Reach the top of your head toward the floor. If you still have bent knees, that's okay. This is for your back, not just the hamstring. All right, go ahead. Roll it up. Rolling those shoulders back, sitting up nice and tall. So one more exercise. Now we're going to heat up our body a little bit. We're going to use our breath, make that furnace work. So if you're in an office, bear with it. Everybody will want to join in and see what you're doing. All right, so big X. So we're going to find, it's our moon god. So my palms are forward. How far back can I get? Palms are forward. My toes are slightly out. That's where I'm at. So with my contraction, I am going to sink into my ballet-like plie, except my hips come out. So you are isometrically pulling it in. And then with your breath out, one more. Hands will float to heart center, and you're going to find a nice little squat. Now your squat is going to go to where your practice might want to squat. Try not to do these squats. We want shoulders over hips. Those knees are being pushed back. Oopsie, that's too far back. I want to see my toes. Now bring those shoulders back, finding this goddess. Back to that Ujjayi breath. Circle sweep up. Exhale out. Scoop it up. Big plie. Exhale. Arms float down. No stars. Go at your speed. One more. And just let the hands float. Hands come to heart center. All right, I'm going to walk my feet in. All right. Thank you for coming in. Like I said, I'm hopeful something here has now just given you a little endorphin pickup. Your body is happy to move on with the rest of your day. From Tula to you, thank you for checking in to the practice of yoga. To each of you, namaste. See you later.